Well, it's not much space going through here. Sorry about the bad camera work, guys. But if you have a look up in here, you can see the bands in the rock of the different colours, the different layers. It's fascinating. But that's going to be a tight crawl space around in there. It's a bit like looking at the back of somebody's tonsils, I guess. Only a little bit bigger. Don't know if I fancy crawling up in there at the moment. But can I go without seeing what's around the corner? Anyway, back with you in a moment when I decide. Excuse me being out of breath. I don't want to talk too loud because some of this doesn't look very stable. But at the end of this tunnel that I crawled through is just, you can see there's a big old bucket left in the water here. And yeah, that's the end of this section of the tunnel. So I have to turn around, crawl back up through there. I'll be back with you in a bit. So down that shaft, this was the right or left, and then it split and I went left and found the vertical shaft, and then that crawl space, which was, well, a little bit scary. I do suffer slightly from claustrophobia, so I always have to fight the panic urge. But this is where we saw the archway that ran off to the left, and I just wanted to take you up in here. But it doesn't look like it goes very far. But you never know with these tunnels, and this is an example for you. You see, it's just opened up. I've gone into a much bigger cavern. So I'll come back to you in just a moment when I go through. Whew. Battery on this is slowly dying, so I won't be able to film for much longer, sadly. I didn't realize my battery was so low, so I'm going to have to call this visit shorter this time. But I'm not finished yet. You can see, ooh, well, that's interesting. This was the cavern that space, little tunnel ran into, and I thought it was just, you know, this open cave part. There are some bones down in here, and then I turned around, you can see it goes off down in there. And look at this, for an old, a very old spoked wheel. I don't know if that's a tractor wheel. It's been cut off by the looks of it from the center. How it's ended up so far down in this mine, I don't know. But have a quick look down in here without trying not to fall in. Try not to dislodge any of the stuff on the side here. Oh, well, not much of it anyway. Okay. Yeah. Is it human, as one guy would say? No, I don't think so. I'm guessing that's a sheep bones. Poor thing, obviously climbed in here, wandered around for a long time, and then couldn't get out, I guess. Must be here as part of a skull. Over here, another jawbone. Yeah, it's definitely not human, and that's old. It's falling apart. See the growth on it. Okay. So, not being kept company by a dead skeleton of a human. Good. Okay. I'm going to head down that tunnel and come back to you in a moment. Just to show you quickly, this is the way it goes, bends around the corner. But look at how they've stacked all the loose rock on the side of the tunnel so that they can go around it. And it's just been staying here for hundreds of years. Well, 100 years at least. Anyway, moving on. Well, there's all kinds of things just lying around. I don't know how long they've been left here, but this tunnel goes way back. So yeah, I'll go down it a bit. I'd only have 13% left, so I'm going to switch you guys off and I'm going to get back to you when I've reached something interesting. Well, I just found an empty hexagonal bottle of Cossack vodka. Don't know how long that's been there, but in amongst next to the bottle was this. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but it's some kind of mineral. It's very shiny in the light, but as I say, I don't know if the camera's actually picking that up. Very cool. Moving on. Okay, that's the tunnel I've just come up through. Just around the corner there's another tunnel that goes off in that direction, and then I can get round without falling over. There's another one, big cavern leading off. There's more leading off in that direction too. There's another one there. There's one there. This place, as I said to you once before, I think, there's miles and miles of tunnels here. And there are lots of little crawl spaces, and yeah, it's endless. And you could easily lose yourself in these tunnels. There's water dripping down there. Oh, there's one of the old, and that's interesting. It's one of the old wooden pillars there for holding up the stone. Still here. Oh, there's another one. And yeah, well, I don't have the battery life in this camera to film much longer, I'm afraid. So soon I have to head out. But this goes down and around. Oh, and it goes up and over there. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that where it is for now. Go back and explore one of the side tunnels. I'm going to leave this area for another adventure. Well, I just went down one of the side tunnels. And as you can see, I hope you can see, that's full of water. The tunnel continues. It would be cool to have diving equipment to go down in these tunnels underwater, but not today. Yeah, amazing. So, tunnel's quite low, not much space to maneuver, but I'll be back with you in a bit. Well, there are tunnels going off in all directions. There's not much to find in terms of metal. But there are these little areas. Can't really see it in the light, but that's a small geode. There, you can see the crystals just inside where the end of my thumb is. You can see the whiter area there. Yeah, there's a little geode in there. Runs along that seam of the rock in there. Yeah, fascinating area. Oh, don't know what that is. There's something growing there.